Hi, Joseph. Thanks for coming in to Rush Sealy today to see the Isuzu truck. I know we spoke about your needs. Large construction company here in Texas, locations around the country, and your need for a truck that is going to replace some of your Ford multiple applications. We've talked about now this 19.5, this is the Isuzu NRR. This is one that's very heavily used for you in the application. That's why I'm going to show you this. But you can see here, we talked about the great visibility of the mirrors, the great water channels up top, a lot of light clearance is there. Our bumper is going to protect the driver with the engine going underneath that. You can see that we have the multiple mirrors, multiple applications for you, multiple drivers. The mirrors are memory mirrors, so they're going to come back. We have the great door opening here with the handles, and you can see here it sits three. We're going to go in the cab, but first I want to show you the truck. Our engine is under here, protected. We have the clean frame right here with the different places for them to build on. And I want you to see the attention to detail with this. Everything is insulated here for us to see with, and that's really great for the different electrical applications we have going on here. I want you to see, this is our 14.5 rear axle. So this little truck can carry a lot of weight. Typically on a flatbed like we were talking about, you're gonna get about 10,000 pounds of capacity. You can see here, we also have chosen to go with an all-season, all-weather tires. These are our 19.5s. The great news we talked about is that you don't have to keep different tires on your Ford. You have different tires, and it's kind of a thing. Depending on the gross vehicle weight of the truck, the tire is the same across all of the models. And these can be rotated for the ease of maintenance and lower costs that we talked about. These can be rotated to the front and back. And continue with that, we have this fuel tank here that's nice and protected, and it's not going to leach onto the fuel. You see that we thought about Isuzu is carrying the fuel line here. You'll see the body company is going to mount it, whether it's our flatbed, our service bodies. We're going to be able to do that. We have the lights here, has extra place here if you want to run these to the body companies. And again, we see that we have the leaf springs here for you. And another free claim, we have the battery here. We can add an extra battery if you needed to for some of your pump operations. You wanted to have it. There's one here, but there's space for an additional battery if we wanted to. Our air filter, our coolant, and one of your concerns is the ease of your driver doing the inspections. And I'm going to show you that here in our cab. Here we have, this is our coolant access, or excuse me, the windshield fluid for them with the heavy duty floor mat, the seating for 3. Let's go and see the inside of the cab. Joseph, what do you think? This was very easy to come in the cab. You see that we have the three handles and easy access to get in. That's going to be the same for all of your drivers. We have a lot of head space here for you. The seat moves back. We have the we have different types of seats in case you have the special drivers that needed some different seating. The elliptical column is going to let adjust for your drivers. Let's look. You can see here from this visibility, the Isuzu truck being a Cabover truck, we're sitting on the engine. And so that means that we're not losing 6 feet or more of engine space in front of us. So from that standpoint, you can see that you have visibility right across. I know you're making deliveries in some of the Houston and multiple cities where it's very difficult. You're also going to job sites with all of the trucks. So our visibility in turn radius is going to be critical for your drivers. You can see that you can have access through here as well on both of the passenger and driver's end wheel. We have the cab here that's going to sit the 3. We have the work handle here, and we've shown you that back here as well. You have the storages for the required USDOT, which is your fire extinguisher and triangle sets. So this is our cab. We have lots of storage here for you to see. We talked about having that backup camera. This is where that would go. And the importance of the Isuzu product is that we are growing in the United States. We are just building another factory here in the U.S. now in North Carolina for us to build the Isuzu trucks. Our commitment with the 2027 upcoming emissions is to stay in the U.S. and grow. And I think this is such a great time to consider Isuzu. What you've done with your product 20 years past with the diesels and the gas, it all has changed. Going into 2027 and beyond, we really got to look at what the technologies is going to be. The engine on this truck right here, the gas option that we're talking about, is a 6.6 liter, 350 horsepower, 450 pounds of torque. We are partnering in this particular model with the Allison 1000, which is a 6-speed automatic. And speaking of partnerships, I know that it's important to you to have a product that's going to cover more than just the class 3, 4, and 5. You have the larger trucks. We have the Isuzu FDR, which does the 6 and 7. that partnership is also with Allison and with the Cummins diesel engine. So that's a great way to stay within the brand. You're still going to have visibility, turning radius, and saving all of that space in front of the driver of an engine. And now we have this space. So I think that's very important. And I think let's speak about the commitment of Isuzu. Isuzu has been in the United States since 1994, and we have been the best in class in the Cabover. Others have come and gone. We remain the number one. But we are continuing to innovating with new technology. Our trucks are going to have the ADAS technology. Our young drivers nowadays, very hard to retain drivers nowadays. And I think the ease of use of this truck, this is much easier than driving a pickup. And I think it's going to help you with your retention of employees. The other thing that we talked about is you have multiple locations, some are remote. Isuzu has a very large footprint of dealerships, over 300 dealerships. We go from California to here, Texas, to Florida, all the way to Canada with a great span of dealership support. And with that, I think the benefit of an Isuzu versus a Ford or another brand that sells the personal vehicles is that your trucks in the service department are not dealing with the F-150 that's there in front of you, which is not a work truck. We focus on the work truck and the vocational applications that you need in this class. Most of our drivers are non-CDL. So Isuzu, now with the support of your dealership groups, we have the PS, preventive maintenance programs here, and you can have these trucks have the 5 years, 150,000 miles gas option that we spoke about. That's going to come already preset with your first 2 years, 30,000 miles of oil change, and then we can look at each location and add the mileage required of the oil services. We can do tires as well. And we talked about keeping it easy for them so that each location we can allocate the amount of mileage service they need. And the good news is if that particular location doesn't have to use them all before the 5-year lease is done, then that money is getting paid to you. This is a great cost savings because you're buying something now that you're going to use in the next 5 years and really keeping that cost of operation low. What do you think? I'm Paula with Russian. I really appreciate you coming in today to learn about the Isuzu truck.